G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to share with you my little trip to Maroochydore on Queensland's Sunshine Coast. This is situated right on the beautiful Maroochy River and beach. The park we stayed at is known as Cotton Tree, and for those that don't know, Cotton Tree, Maroochydore is about 10.5 hours north of Sydney. It's a really nice park. The sites are fairly big. They could do with a little bit more grass, but as usual I set the site up with our awning, privacy screens, got the little clothesline up. I always put this rear privacy screen up for the sun, our bike rack with locked e-bikes in the back, our paddle boards I slid underneath. I made sure this time I hooked up the power, silage hose and water, and also put the screens on to protect us from the daylight sun and keeps the van nice and cool. And once I set up the outside of the van, I took advantage of the sunshine and walked down the laneway, which is about 150 to 200 metres to the little beach on the Maroochy River. Beautiful little spot. A great spot to check out before we headed back to the van and tweaked all the inside bits and pieces. There's my beautiful wife in the front there. Once again, as soon as we pull up, I put these windscreen window suction cup shady cloth things on, and they do a really good job. Some people put a curtain across here instead of those, but I find one, the cab is still always nice and cool, and two, it just sort of creates a little bit more room inside the van. You don't sort of feel as claustrophobic because it's only a small little motorhome, but good enough for me. Also nice when you set up having this shade screens under the awning, just gives it a little bit more privacy and shade. Pretty cool. Nice camping recliner. Oh. And for everyone that's got this same little motorhome as this, as you know, the bed comes down over the dining room table. It's got a drop down bed. I use this little step. He's good. He holds 200 kilos, which is more than enough for me. That's just over 2 of me. And this is a good little step to get up on the bed, because I find the bed just a little bit high, but when I've got this on the ground, she's nice and stable. The legs fan out so they can't you can't roll off. There's the 95 kilo test, and this is also good for when we're out here on the ground touching the anti-flap bars. I can stand up and get to all of these, get to all the tensioning handles. This little van's got an inbuilt shower and toilet. When I first got the van, I said to myself, I'm not going to use the inside toilet or shower because the amenities ones are a lot easier. But then once I started grabbing the bag and putting the soap, the towel, the thongs, the fresh change of clothes and walking down to the thing, I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a crack at just having a shower inside the van. And even though it's a bit smaller, it's a lot less hassle, and now I actually use the shower in here. I think our shower is 750 by 750 wide, which is wide enough for me, and now I have more showers in here than I do at the amenities blocks. It's pretty cool. Okay, well, it's 5:30 in the morning here at Maroochy River, Cotton Tree. One of us couldn't sleep, so we're up at the crack of dawn and we're doing our Mooloolaba walk. But I definitely wanted to show everyone the entrance here to the river. When it's high tide, these waves come in and you see people surfing on them. I want to get the stand-up paddleboard out later and have a little play in the waves here. Whew. And over there you can see the big sandbags. A few years ago this beach was completely washed away and it was all just rocks. So yeah, they put that in place just to save it all. Now I'm hoping to get my little drone up later, but the only catch is over there behind me, that's a no-fly zone. I'm actually in a recreational fly zone here, but only 50 metres or 100 metres over in that direction it's a no-fly zone, and that makes me a bit nervous because when I was at work the other week, I flew my drone out the back of the fire station where I work, which is a no-fly zone. I only went about 2 metres high, but the little program that runs up with my little DJI Mini Pro, it said restricted airspace landing in 90 seconds, and I don't want to be over that water there and have my drone land in 90 seconds, especially if I'm over that way. So I might have a crack later on if this wind stays down, and just make sure I stay on this side of the river and don't go over, and hope that it doesn't do a forced landing. Yeah. And this is the front part of this caravan park. Not a bad little spot. There are all the unpowered sites. They back onto the river and smack bang onto the beach. Have a look at these sandbags. I wouldn't want to carry one of these. Not quite 6 in the morning, and already I reckon there's about 150 people on the beach. Between Maroochydore and Mooloolaba, I thought I'd be the only one. Okay, one thing I do love about the Sunshine Coast, and it's something that I wish New South Wales would do, is their surf clubs. I'm just walking past Maroochy Surf Club at the moment. They're all equipped with bars, restaurants and cafes. They're in the prime position, and we can all go and sit there and have a feed and a drink and overlook the water here. So why wouldn't you? It'd be a really good thing if New South Wales would do the same thing. Look at this. Alexandra Headland Surf Club. Once again, a bit bigger and smack bang right on the water. How nice is that? Little cafe underneath it as well. I'll be back there in about half an hour once we've gone to the Spit and back for a coffee. And here's the view from Alexandra Surf Club, from the club looking down on the beach. This is where I usually have my morning coffee, and there's nothing better than sitting having a coffee and a cake or a donut, watching the surfers do their thing. Great little right-handers here today. Not huge, but always entertaining to watch. And from here, it's only about a half-hour walk back to the caravan park, where we go back and cook the world's best breakfast. Okay, so I'd like to share with you all what I think is the world's best camping breakfast, and it is fried eggs, chopped up mushrooms with little chopped up mini tomatoes, cooked on my little stove, my little butane stove, mix it all together, cook some sourdough bread, and have sourdough toast smeared with a bit of Vegemite. I throw the eggs on top. I throw all the mushies and the tomatoes on top, spread the yolk around, and this is all coming together as my favourite holiday breakfast. The little butane stove works a treat. Nothing better than topping it all with a good dollop of barbecue sauce. This is a great start of the day before we head back down to the beach. Well, the weekend's definitely busier down here. This is Cotton Tree, Saturday morning, about 9 o'clock, and there's these little gazebos everywhere. We're lucky. My little bride this morning said, let's go put our gazebo up before the crowd sets in. I said, there won't be that many people down here. But yeah, magic day. I'd love $1 for every stand-up paddleboard there is on this beach today. Very nice. We usually stay down here until hunger kicks in again, and that's when we head back to the van and cook another nice barbie meal for dinner. Now, I just thought I'd say this. I brought this little barbie with us this time. We usually bring the Weber, the little Weber Q, but because we're doing a few little 4-day stops and 3-day stops, I thought this little guy would be better, because that's the bag there. That's the case that it's in there. Oh, lift him up. It's only 2 foot by 1 foot by, I suppose, about 6 inches. And he just fits nice and snug up in the little Luton area, the area above the driving cab. I think this little guy does just as good a job. I find sausages cook better in this little dish part. Just having an easy meal, one of those packet salads. and snags for dinner tonight before we go down to the front for sunset drinks. Yeah, and these little things, take these little cans, only about $1.20 each, and I find you get about three barbies out of one can. I've got one on each side. This side I usually put a little fry pan on top and do our fried eggs in, and any serious sort of cooking I use the little casserole dish. Pretty cool. It's proof that this little stove does the job well. Oh, look, they're ready. What I'll do, I'll turn this off. We'll leave them there to stay warm till Deb gets back from the shops. Now, I'm a bit of a photo and video nerd, but how nice does that look? Little gazebo on the water, a couple of alcoholic beverages, looking at the sunset. Maroochy River, Sunshine Coast, Maroochydore. Doesn't get much better than this. Okay, so I'm officially a video nerd, but I've been taking a photo or a little video of this river every hour for about the past 3 or 4 hours. And I think every time you do a little video, you see something different. That sunset, I'm not sure it's showing really well on this is the iPhone 12, but it comes up so nice. In Maroochy River, and if I continue circling around, you see all the vans on the waterfront here. How nice is that? Okay, it's now 6:30. I think this is the last video I'm going to do. Tell me guys if you think I'm boring. I know I'm taking the same video over and over again. I just like the difference in time each time. Different colours come out. I'll go back around. Yeah, nice little orangey, yellowy colours just behind those buildings there. And there's Debbie and my sister sitting on the gazebo on this lonely, beautiful little beach. I don't know why every man and his dog's not out here tonight, because it's nice, really nice. And finally, no sun at all. Night time, 9 o'clock at night, pitch black, but still very nice. Okay, on our final day here, we decided to walk up to Mooloolaba Surf Club, sit upstairs, have a few drinks, and farewell the Sunshine Coast overlooking this view. You can see over there, there's the Mooloolaba Spit with a point cart right in the background, and this is the inside of the club. Doesn't get much better than this. Guys, if you like this video, please consider subscribing, liking and sharing. Any questions or feedback, please leave them in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching, and safe travels. Bye-bye.